In the heartbeat of a modern West African city, where tech startups share street corners with roadside food vendors, two young people met, drawn together by more than just attraction. This is the story of Whispers of the Bamboo, the city love they tried to erase. At the elite Capital Leadership University in the city of Monrovia, Kwenah Sadie was a final-year law student. His father? The CEO of Sadie Holdings, one of the wealthiest construction and real estate companies in the country. Meanwhile, Nia Korva, a second-year journalism major, hustled her way through school. She did part-time photography, blogged about campus issues, and lived in a shared apartment in the outskirts of town. They met during a panel on social inequality. He spoke. She challenged him. And right there, amid applause and camera flashes, the spark was lit. They kept their romance private. DMs turned into voice notes. Voice notes became late-night rides. Kwenah sent Uber credits. Nia cooked jollof for him in plastic takeout bowls. But when a blurry photo of them holding hands hit campus leaked, everything changed. The Sadie name was trending for the wrong reasons. Kwenah's father called him, "She's not one of us. She's chasing your name, your legacy, not your heart." Kwenah tried to defend her, but pressure came fast. Family dinners, threats to cut him off. He stopped calling. By the time Nia found out she was pregnant with twins, she was blocked on all platforms. The shame, the rumors, the loneliness. Nia dropped out. She moved to a quiet rural town called Fontaine, renting a room beside a bamboo grove, far from gossip, far from judgment. There, she gave birth to twins, Kale and Kuma. She raised them on her own, teaching them to respect people, question the world, and stay off social media until they could handle it. She told them stories about a boy she once loved, but never his name. He lives in the city, and we don't. At 17, Kyle was a tech whiz with a gift for editing short films. One day, while helping clean the storeroom, he found a locked flash drive labeled City Life. Cracking it open, he discovered old voice notes, pictures, and a video of Nia and a younger Kwenah laughing on a couch. Their hands touched. The moment was real. Kyle showed his sister. Kuma crossed her arms. If that's him, why did he never come back? Kyle stared at the man's face. I think I want to find him. Using facial recognition tools, Kale traced Kwenah's face to an NGO website. Kwenah Sadie, now a popular activist lawyer working on housing equality. Kale created a TikTok montage titled, "Searching for the man in this video, my father," and tagged him anonymously. Within 24 hours, it went viral. Kwenah's inbox exploded. Kyle finally messaged him privately. "I don't want your money. I just want to know if you remember my mother, Nia Korva." Kwenah didn't sleep that night. Kwenah drove 5 hours to Fontaine. The bamboo grove swayed in the breeze, tall and familiar. Nia stood by her garden gate, older, stronger, but still carrying the fire in her eyes. "I waited for you when it mattered," she said. "I was weak, and I regret every second," Kwenah replied. Kyle and Kuma stood back, watching. Kuma finally stepped forward. "If you want to be in our lives, you work for it, earn it." He nodded. "Then let me start, right here." They sat under the bamboo grove, talking long into the night. Under the quiet shade of the bamboo grove, Kwenah stood with open hands, not to explain, but to listen. Nia didn't answer right away. Years of silence had grown between them like thick walls. But as Kyle and Kuma watched with folded arms, something in her eyes softened. Nia, in calm, low voice said, "You hurt me, not just with your silence, but by allowing others to define what we could be." Kwenah choked up. "I was afraid of my father, of losing my place, of breaking tradition. But I lost you anyway. And I lost the years I'll never get back with our children." It took more than one visit, more than one apology. But over time, Kwenah stayed. Not as a guest, not as a hero, just a man, trying to be a father. When the Sadie family demanded answers, Kwenah stood tall, not as their heir, but as a human being. He brought them to Fontaine, his parents, his uncles, and elders. They came dressed in linen and expectations. And what they found was a woman raising two bright, respectful children, not in luxury, but in dignity. On a Sunday afternoon, Nia gathered the town, her former students, and neighbors under the same bamboo grove where everything began. She spoke, not in anger, but in truth. Nia, in a steady voice, "I raised my children without your name, but not without value. We may not have had wealth, but we had purpose. Class doesn't define love, character does." Kwenah, joining her, said, "I was born into privilege, but I learned nothing of courage until I met her. Love is not determined by income or inheritance. It is in how we choose to show up, every day." And slowly, walls began to fall. His family listened. Her village accepted. And the twins? They smiled, knowing they were never a mistake, but a miracle. That evening, beneath the golden rays filtering through the bamboo, Kale took a photo, his parents on a woven bench, hands finally joined. Behind them, the grove stood tall, like witnesses to their story. Not every love survives separation. Not every story gets a second chance. But when it does, it becomes a testimony. A testimony that love, real love, sees no class. In today's world of hashtags, classism, and broken systems, some stories find their way back to where they began. This wasn't about fairy tale endings, it was about second chances. And if you listen closely, you'll hear it too. The bamboo still whispers. Dear cherished viewers, what is the moral lesson you learned from the story When Love Finds Its Way Back? Drop it in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more powerful African stories that inspire and heal. African tales, just moral lessons, just family, love, just news TV.